or something.
Right. Oh, it's over here to me. Let me open up this script. Welcome to the Exponential Files. We have a great show in store for you today. And as soon as I have it up, our show is evolving and we couldn't be more excited. The Exponential Files show is growing because we are beginning to share with you the success stories of other people are creating here in eXp. No other real estate company has the individual agent, no other real estate company gives the individual agent so much power and control over their careers. We are bringing to you on a weekly basis those who are already making a huge impact on their own bottom line as they grow their communities. Thuy Tran is known as Elora in her Peoria, Arizona office. She's not many years in the business, but she has quite a background that you're going to enjoy hearing. She also has a $3 million property for sale that we're going to highlight as well. Welcome to the show, Elora.
Thank you, Larry. Thank you for having me here.
And Jim, I forgot.
And no mention of Jim.
Hey, wait a minute.
It's like an afterthought.
I'm always, well, you're always here, Jim, but Jim, my God, you're a God among the real estate people, the way you think, the way you act.
All right, enough. But I actually want to say something before Elora gets to speak. So I've got this little thing. So the book, Your $1 Million Month is out there. And we changed the front cover for the agents to have their photo and their names to promote themselves for agent attraction and all that. But on the back cover, we actually had reviews, and I'm taking the reviews out, and it's going to have a little short thing to say. But I wrote a long thing that was now edited down, and I just want to read it before we go to Elora. Okay, sure. Quick. Yeah, this is quick. And it goes like this. Imagine a company that gives away $500 million a quarter to its agents on top of their sales commissions. Imagine a company that has created a business model, and remember, 500 million is a lot of money. Imagine a company that has created a business model to pay that money month after month forever. Forever is a pretty lengthy period of time. But this business model has the ability to keep paying to the associate and the associate's family forever. It's a new business paradigm that has landed this company number 4 on Glassdoor and number 1 in real estate transactions count after being founded only 10 years ago. And it now has 82,000 realtors in 23 countries. Plus, there's a new paradigm, a luxury brand that is building itself on that company's technology, networking, and business platforms. There's too much to write about everything here, so we invite you into the worlds of eXp and castles, where realtors are joining and non-licensed people are getting real estate licenses just to take part in the greatest business that's ever been created. History is being made now, and this book will introduce you to an opportunity that you might want to take advantage of, blah, blah, blah. And that's it. The future is here, and you can read about it now. That didn't fit on the back cover, so I had to read it. And it's basically just going to say, get this book. It's awesome.
You could probably edit out the blah, blah, blah part.
We edited it down to like 3 sentences. My editor said 250, what do you say, 250 million. So when I looked at it, it said $1 billion a year. I go, no. We know 250 million for sure, but that's a quarter.
Right.
This year it could be less. This year it could be more. I don't know. But 250 million, we know is a fact. We go with the facts.
There you go.
Nothing but the facts.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, in the intro, I never mentioned I'm Larry Lawfer, but then who cares?
No, your name is right there. We see it.
Yeah, as is yours, my friend. Hey, Elora, um, what brought you into real estate? Now, I know that you have a career before this. Can you just share that kind of history to how you got here?
Yeah, of course. So I kind of grew up in real estate in a way. Where my mom, she's an investor and a general contractor. So I've been around fix and flips pretty much since I was 15. Um, Being able to come into a house that's not in good condition and can kind of see how to change the way the house looks to make it sellable. So that's a gift that thankfully from my mom has given me. And then we really don't have a realtor in the family until 3 years ago. I was like, either you or me, mom, should get a real estate license because why not? We've been doing like over 20 properties so far, and why not have one of us be a real estate agent? So that's when I got my license 3 years ago.
But you have a background in a whole other study. Talk about that for a
I,
moment.
yeah. So before real estate, I was actually in a pre-med program. So I have my biomedical science, a master's in biomedical science. I did research for a year, and then I also taught biology at Grand Canyon University in Arizona before real estate.
There's a lot of translatable skills from both biology and teaching to real estate. Have you noticed that?
Absolutely. I do notice that, especially as a real estate agent, I really carry that ability to educate to my clients, educating buyers and sellers on what they need to do, educating marketing concepts, because I also have a background in marketing,
Right.
especially social medias these days.
Yeah, social media is so important. It's going to become more important as the recession or the interest rates go up, the recession, there could be loss of jobs. It's very possible prices will drop soon. We're already seeing days on market going a little bit longer. So during all of those, all of the fat time we lived where there were fish everywhere, it's going to be tighter now, and your marketing skills are going to be essential. You've got to be on point and engage with people in a real way, the right
I have a
audience.
theory. I have a theory. Okay. I don't know if you care, but I'll share it. I lost out today on a listing that just came on. I don't even think they got to do an open house. I showed it yesterday. We offered almost asking price, and then decided to offer asking price because another offer was coming in. Then we offered over asking price, no contingencies, no inspection, no mortgage, nothing. And we lost the deal. It's barely even been on the market. So yeah, I mean, interest rates are going to go up. I think that's only going to be a good thing. I think there's so many buyers out there that are looking for a house that, with zero inventory, wouldn't it be nice to have a little inventory? I mean, a listing comes on the market and it's gone. That's essentially zero inventory all the time.
Yeah, with the Cromford report for Arizona this week, our inventory is about 10,000, and that's still 5,000 less than what was before COVID. So we're still really short in inventory here.
Yeah, and interest rates will go up, and eventually they'll kill this entire economy, and then the interest rates will come down again, and we'll be in another boom cycle. So
Well, the interest rates are set
they've doubled.
specifically.
They've doubled in 3
They're
months.
set specifically to slow down inflation. So there's a direct relationship between those two, and that's what they're trying to do. The inflation has been astronomical.
And the interest rates really won't even go up that much because people will be doing variable rate mortgages, and just instead of a 30-year, it'll be, it'll get down to its 3 or 4 or 5 year. I mean, 7 year is what most people are probably doing right now, because they figure that's enough time to work it out.
To work it out or refinance, to another.
Like the economy will get back to whatever the baseline should be.
Right.
Sorry.
Well, No, I do think that's a salient conversation, and across the country, real estate agents should be paying attention to this because it's impacting what their clients, both their sellers and their buyers, are thinking. What do you see in terms of this in Arizona? Arizona is a pretty live state from a political point of view. How is the real estate industry being affected by that?
So what we're seeing this week, we're seeing that there's more price reduction starting from 11 days ago. There's the demand is still there. It's just inventory has increased since, since like a couple months ago. So because of that, there's less competition,
Right,
and there are offers that are accepted at asking even.
right, right.
Yeah.
And here, aside from Jim's situation with that, there's always an anecdotal. The averages are showing more days on market. The listing price to sale price is dropping below 100% for the first time in I think more than a year. But that's not across every single property. I mean, every single property is different than when you average everything together. That's one of the problems with Zillow.
Larry, let me just ask you. I'm being told we're not live on YouTube.
No, I just noticed that we are not. We're being taped, so we're going to have to put it on live later.
Okay.
The technology here, when I went into, you don't understand the technology, but when the YouTube page was changed, and so there's a different stream. So,
Will we be live
difference.
next week?
When that stream gets fixed, yes. It is a new thing, and I
Will
just
Jim have
noticed.
to pay for it again?
Jim, you have to pay for everything. Come on, you're the big cheese.
Oh,
You're making the
don't-
big bucks.
Yeah, I don't want to pay for it again. Okay, so the other thing is, in this market that's changing, how do you foresee, and I'll throw this out to both you, Larry, and you, Elora, how is eXp's unique business model and how they do business and interact and train and manage and coach agents going to be an advantage in a changing market? Has anybody given that any thought?
Yes, I feel like eXp's model is a huge advantage compared to other brokerage. And that's one of the reasons I came, is because of the technology. Like even through COVID, our classes have been online, and other brokerages have been trying to adjust to that, having live classes or live online trainings. But eXp just seamlessly has done it because we've been doing it that way. And I feel like with our technology online, the workplace chat, our innovations is really giving us a step, like forward.
Well, I think the other thing is, as maybe sales go down, incomes will go down, agents will be looking for new revenue streams, and eXp pays more and offers more levers to push and pull to increase income, but they also pay out stock and they have revenue share, right? Revenue, yeah. The 50-50 initiative, pretty important.
It is.
And then if you bring people in and they're in your downline, the joy there is that you get money from the company, not from the person that you're helping as their sponsor. So if you are thinking of getting a sponsor, get someone who's going to help you understand what to do, has been there, and is going to be there for you after you come in. Because Elora, when you did the all the vast amount of onboarding videos, it really does break it down into very like 5-minute, 7-minute segments where you kind of talk about this and then you have to do that, and it just makes it so much easier. But you're using a KV Core website, which is the top end of lead generating websites in the industry. And eXp loads it on provides it for all of their agents. And there is a technology fee, but if you bought it by yourself, it'd be over $300. And with KV Core, it's like $85 for your technology, but you just don't get your website. You get your
Digital signing.
Yeah, digital
CRM.
signing. This,
Website,
well, the CRM
CRM.
is the website. All the
Regis.
papers. You get
Regis access.
so it's just incredible. Hey, let's go
Success Magazine.
Success Magazine.
I'm now a certified mentor as of yesterday.
Good for you.
Oh,
good for you.
Yeah.
Certified.
I'm certifiable, and I am now certified.
There you go. Hey, let's take a look at your property here. Let me just share the screen here for a moment. Oop. Oh, see what happened here? Since I changed, now I'm going to have to go look for it when we do this. There we go. This is Elora's information.
And I thought it was in Italy.
Elora. No, she is in Arizona. This is that incredible website that you're given. And here is the listing. So it's kind of a big, beautiful. You want to talk about this, Elora?
Sure thing. So this home was built in 2005, but wasn't inhabited until 2010. It was built by a professional NBA player for the Suns, actually, Joe Courtney. And his wife is a Leo. So you kind of, when you go inside the house, especially in the kitchen right here, you get to see the beautiful carpentry of lions amongst the wood. And he loves Tuscany. So there's a lot of Tuscany influenced architecture. Just the quality of the build and the design is impeccable. And this home is pretty large. It takes about 20 minutes to tour the entire house. There's 7 bedrooms, and each of the bedroom has its own restroom. So you really don't have to walk far to get to a restroom. There's just so many amenities in this house. There's a movie theater, there's a putting golf, there's a sauna, a pool with swim up bar, there's a summer's kitchen, there's cathedral ceilings with spotlighting. The closets are massive. It's also really close to entertainment and hiking trails. So those who love the outdoors of Arizona, it's just walking distance to a nearby hiking trail and a golf facility in Los Andes. So that's the downstairs basement. It's nice and cool, and that's where the theater is at. That's an office that's could be converted to a casita because it has a separate entrance to the home.
Casita? What's that?
It's like a separate guest house almost.
Oh, okay.
It's currently an office with built-in shelvings, but it can be converted to a casita because of the separate.
I love
entrance.
that. How do you spell that? C-A-S? I-T-A?
ITA, yes.
Yeah, casita. We should start having casitas in Massachusetts, Larry.
That's a great idea.
I think we've been lacking them. So Mesa, Arizona, is that a suburb of something?
Yeah. Yes, it's a suburb of Mesa. It's gorgeous too. It has some panoramic mountain views and also the city view from the rooftop.
Beautiful.
It's a beautiful property.
Thank you.
Did he get traded? Is that why the house is up for sale?
So the house is it's occupied by 2 owners so far. It's just this owner wants to move away. Yeah.
And that could be for any reason. Where's the owner going?
I'm not sure yet. She kind of just moved her things out. She has an online business. So pretty much after this house is sold, with the funds, she's able to like look for different places.
What is she looking for? Maybe we have it for sale right here in the Boston area.
I think she wants something more modern.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's her price range? Same price range? We're building a $3 million house that's contemporary in Newton. We've got no brush fires. We've got no floods. What else don't we have? No smog.
Ooh, that's
What
nice.
else is, what else is going on? Oh, no tornadoes. Well, very few.
Yeah.
How's the weather over there? I've never been to Boston.
Weather today is a little muggy. Yesterday was perfect. It literally was like 72 degrees and not a cloud in the sky.
Wow, it's running like 107 degrees here.
See, that's a little
Inhuman.
too much.
Inhuman.
But it's a dry heat.
But I feel that my son got married in Maine in January this year, and it was 13 degrees below zero when they were taking their pictures outside. That's crazy too. That's just nuts.
So the interesting thing about Massachusetts is we've got the beach, we've got the mountains for skiing, we've got the culture. I mean, we really do. I mean, and the education, like more universities than anywhere in the world. We're always talking about eXp on the show. We never really talked about Massachusetts, right?
Well, I'm saying that our culture might not be as revered in, say, for instance, Arizona or Texas, or Florida, as
well, we didn't vote for Nixon. That's actually a claim to fame at this point. Back then, it was like, oh, you're from Massachusetts, that liberal state, but maybe it's an educated state. We knew.
I have to go, you guys.
Yeah, come visit. It's a beautiful. If you ever come in the fall. It's just magical here in New England in the fall.
Or the spring, or the summer. Go to the Cape Cod.
Right.
Or the winter.
All of those are amazing.
The White Mountains.
That's the thing, Arizona, for Central Phoenix, we really don't have like the 4 seasons, which I really like, like the change of the leaves in the fall and how pretty it is in the springtime.
I drove through Phoenix once and I pulled over and I picked some cotton. There was literally cotton growing right there by the side of the road. So, Elora, 3 years with eXp. Have you done anything with building a team? Have you joined a team, been on a team, grew a team?
I've been solo throughout the 3 years. I haven't been actively recruiting, but I did recruits funnily because of social media. They come to me to ask questions about real estate. So I really think social media is important if you're,
did they
going to really
choose you as a sponsor?
Yes. So I have and they chose me because of social media.
Nice.
Yeah. Or they found me.
I'm on a weekly chat or a webinar about it, and some people, they're just asked. So tell me, what is eXp, and that's how they recruit.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, I chose eXp right from the start. It's been the one and only brokerage that I've been with, and I interviewed with a few other brokerages before then. It's just eXp is the one with everything that it has going on.
Well, it gives you the most freedom, and it doesn't matter if you build your own personal brand within. They're all using all of their tools and everything. They want everybody to succeed. They're giving half of the revenue that they make. Revenue is top line, not profit. It's the revenue. And whether it's 500 million or 250, whatever it is, 50% of the revenue gets shared back.
Of all their companies, not just real estate.
Correct, which includes the
stock, the tech systems, and the magazines, and insurance. And
it's pretty incredible. It's pretty incredible.
And as real estate agents, we all want to retire someday. So it's nice to have that passive residual income. Yeah.
I've already said I'm retiring in 4 years, a little less than 4 years now. And I came to eXp with that in mind, because it lays out a platform. It's not just follow this and some of them some of the other companies in their training, I have been at several other companies in their training, say, if you do this and they do this and you do this, you're going to be successful. Well, some of the things I was told was, if you hand out 500 cards, you will have a good business. What? If you talk to 20 people a day about real estate, you will have a successful business. That might be true if they're sustainable conversation. They actually talk to you about real estate, but
And
they're
too.
right. This, the eXp onboarding system gives you an insight in how the artificial intelligence works to help your clients who you set up the search, but once they set up the search, as the client responds to that, they'll begin to understand they want to be this area or they like this type of property, and it will then search that out for them. And that takes time away from you having to do it and send them new. It's set and go.
Well, that's an interesting point. So one of the reasons, and it's interesting, it's like I joined eXp, I knew all the reasons, and then I joined, and it's like, oh, why did I join? And then it's like every day, it's like, oh, now I remember. Oh, now I remember. And one of the things was, as I was growing my business, I actually started using some of the eXp business model, and my business kept expanding, but it made more and more work for me. The eXp model is so unique. The bigger you grow your business, the less work you have to do. I mean, there are agents out there, I mean, crazy numbers. They have like 6,000, 7,000 agents on their team. Now, if I had 6,000 or 7,000 agents on my team, I'd have to have all these admins and all these physical offices and all this insurance, all this money spent on compliance, and just the time. I'd have no life at all. These people, the bigger the team, the bigger your business grows, the less work you have to do.
Yeah.
I mean, none of these people have to work. They enjoy it so much. That's why the company keeps growing. They're doing all the unfun stuff, all the back office stuff, and it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah. It really is. I while you were talking, I was thinking another thing that I learned today in the KV core, in the system. It sets up, if you choose a person as a buyer or a prospect or a client, or there's choices and buckets, and in those buckets, depending on where you do, you get tasks that are assigned to you automatically, because that's the way the system works. Everything works from the front dashboard. So you open up one spot and all of your stuff is right there. It's easy to understand. But here's what I learned. If I make my calls, I used to make my calls from my phone. If I make my calls from my dashboard, it comes to my phone, it goes out on my phone, but it gives my client a second number, which I call my office number. So now they have two numbers, but here's the beauty. If they call back through that office number, everything gets recorded to my KV core system. And so I have a record of what's going on with that. I didn't know that I was like this week old.
Even the outgoing calls or just the incoming calls?
Both.
And the smart number, right, Larry?
So, I'm sorry?
It's called the smart number, right?
Yeah, that's the smart number. And it's given to you. It's another thing that's given to you when you come into the system. So much. I mean,
very interesting.
Yeah.
I set it up, but I haven't even used it yet because I've got, like a million balls in the air. But KV core is like the next thing I'm going to do. Yeah. I'm going to do that in between the chapters of the next book I'm writing. 3 Years to Retirement. That's the name of the next book. Already have the outline. So Elora, let me ask you. So here's the book. Yeah,
there you go.
So if you had these books available with your photo and your name emblazoned on it as like a gift to give agents, how would you give it to them? It's just like something we're developing. Would you do it like, hey, I just want you to have this and let me know what you think, or would you not use something like that? Or,
I think that I would give it to them probably after like inviting them out to dinner or a meeting, and it's a nice, I feel like that would be a nice gift. I like the title of that book too, because who wouldn't want to make $1 million a month, right?
Right. And now what we're hearing is actually, I'm not going to mention the individuals' names, but they're making like over $1.5 million a month now. Maybe
Wow.
that's inflation, or maybe that's just the expansion on that 7th level. Because, you know, when you get to that level, everything goes to 5%. And that I guess
You know
those
what I'd
little
like to see?
nickels add up.
I'd like to know how many people are making $30,000 a month. You know, $30,000 a month is a comfortable living for anyone, anywhere in this country.
I have an answer for that. And it may not be the metric you're looking for, but in the book, I've got a dashboard from someone who is associated with us. And they were making at that point, this is about 4 months ago when I put it in the book, that graphic showed them making about $500,000 a year. Okay. Right now, I did his numbers because his numbers have escalated. And he told me, Jim, whether I work or not at this point, the numbers just go up every month. So there is a critical mass at which point, you know, you really don't have to work. But his number right now is about 1.2 million a year passive. And that's only been in the difference of 4 months.
Yeah.
So.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, that's someone who's dedicated.
A lot to do with the expansion. It's expansion of the company. And also when you start having tools, like Larry, let's face it, you and I have this podcast. Now we're giving Elora a tool. And honestly, Elora, I think you're going to find that that's a great idea. You take them out to dinner, you take them out for coffee, you take them out to lunch, you meet them for breakfast, whatever meal, that's all fine and good. But you're going to find that you're going to not have enough time in the day and you're going to get fat.
Don't get fat. Don't get fat.
So what you're going to do is whenever you meet an agent, you say, normally I would take you out to dinner and we would drink and we would eat and we would even have desserts. You can have your own dessert. We're not even going to share it. Go for that big chocolate chip cookie and that.
Oh man, you're making me hungry.
That scoop of vanilla ice cream. You go for it. We're gonna have margaritas and eat. I was taken out to dinners and lunches by eXp agents. I don't think there's enough time. There's too many agents that need this company, and they don't understand what this company offers. That's why I wrote the book. It tells them you're doing real estate all wrong. eXp has changed the way eXp has done it. And you're not even thinking about what eXp can offer you because no one's ever done it before. So how would you know? It's not your fault that you're saying no to me. No, don't even tell me about it. It's not their fault.
I have a question for you, Jim. So how do you ask the agent, or how do you start that conversation to get the agent to actually read the book? You know, because like even if you send videos, some agents don't even sitting in front of them.
It's a great question, and I have the answer after a week or two of, because this is a new paradigm on the new paradigm, et cetera, et cetera. The book originally had a cover and said forward by, and it would have the broker's name on it. Now it says this life-changing gift, in quotes, has been given to you by, or been presented to you by Larry Lawfer, for example, and Larry's photo would be on it. But if you give a broker a book, brokers are so busy and they're so not interested in changing offices because they think, oh, I'm going to lose momentum and I've got all my systems set up and I'm never going to leave Sotheby's. I'm never going to leave Compass or whatever. But then one day they wake up and they say, oh, look at my stock. My Compass stock is $4 a share and they're laying off people. And who knows if this company is even going to be in business. And they think, oh, Elora gave me this book. Maybe I'll read it now. But the way to speed it up, it's not something you're giving them, you're loaning it to them. And you literally say, I'm giving this to you for 3 days. I want you to take an hour or two to read this book. It's not going to take you very long. It's double spaced. The font is big. You don't even need your reading glasses. You can read this at arm's length. and I'm going to speak to you in 3 days. Maybe we'll do lunch or something, because the book is mind-blowing. eXp is mind-blowing. And the changes that will happen to your business and your lifestyle will be, you'll forever thank me. And that's the way you get them to read the book. Otherwise, they're going to throw it in the back of their car. They're going to throw it in the drawer. It's never going to be read.
That's brilliant. I like that.
Yeah, you got to give them 3 days and go, if you haven't read it in 3 days, I'm going to come. I'm going to hunt you down. I'm going to get the book back, because you're never going to read it, except when your company goes bankrupt, and then you're looking for me for all the answers.
I'm just thinking, who doesn't want to hear they're doing things all wrong, and read this book, damn it, and I'm coming back in 3 days, Yeah,
Larry,
send it over.
It's not their fault. It's not that they're doing things all wrong. It's that the new way of doing real estate just hasn't been communicated to them properly. So we're just vessels. We're just agents of change. That's all. I mean,
yes, we
and
are.
it does take a while. I mean, I vetted this company for 10 years before joining. It just wasn't right. It didn't make sense.
Right.
And then I saw all these people kicking back on their boats and their RVs, going around having fun, or buying up land in Puerto Rico to get their income taxes lower because they were making too much money. I go, wait a minute. This is not real estate that I know. And it's 3D or 4D or 5D real estate at this point. We're going into another dimension.
Right.
So the book is like a portal into that dimension, but you have to read it. The book's not going to read itself to you. Put it under your pillow. You're not going to wake up in the morning knowing anymore.
Exactly.
You just have a little crick in your neck.
This is going to be an exciting as we go forward in the show. Thank you so much, Elora, from showing us your great property and coming back.
And welcome to the team also. That's all I can say.
Right.
Welcome to the big tent team.
You are hosted here by Jim Lowenstern and Larry Laufer, Casuals Unlimited Luxury International Mastermind. Did I get that right?
Yeah, just Castles eXp. Let's just go with
Castles. So
Castles Unlimited. Yeah. And we do commercial too. We do it all. Thank you, Elora.
Thank you, Elora.
Let's sell that woman a house of new.
That would be awesome. Thanks so much. Join us next week.